Middle of the night, we got a huge blockbuster trade. Huge.
Yeah.
Like maybe one of the biggest in NBA history, Murph. Can you break it down for me?
Yeah, I mean it was overnight. It was like 12:30 on Saturday night, and as like the whole world's already heard, the Luka Doncic trade to from the Mavs to the Lakers with a swap of Anthony Davis.
Big time.
That shifts the West heavily.
Yeah.
Between, I just don't, I still can't wrap my head around, and we're on Wednesday. I still can't wrap my head around an NBA franchise trading away their global superstar that's 25. Regardless of what's coming out, the out of shape, the drinking.
Hold on, let me cut you off right here real quick. So when it comes to the Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis trade, how do you feel about it as just a regular biased NBA fan?
Biased?
Unbiased, my fault.
Like what you mean? Who won it?
Who won that trade? Who won the Luka Doncic Anthony Davis trade?
The win now is the Mavs. Long term, LA.
Okay.
They got a player that's six years younger, I think, because AD's going on 32. They definitely got a piece that's win now. They're both injury prone. I mean, that's tough. Luka could come back and cook the league.
Yeah.
Like, just on some vengeance.
He will, though.
But, I mean, he could.
He will.
I don't know.
Luka, you're telling me Luka at 25 is not going to come back healthy? After
You
what
can't
just
say
happened?
he's going to come back healthy, though.
He will. I'm
can't.
telling you he will.
He could
will.
come back healthy for a week and be gone again.
He might not have given a fuck in Dallas because in Dallas, bro, they kind of gave him his way. They kind of, Mark Cuban was... He looked up to Luka as some shit, but
They're already doing that in LA.
But they switched up management. And you see what happened. They wasn't letting the Luka shit fly,
What do you mean they weren't letting it fly?
bro. Like him being late to practice or whatever the case
Or
may
he's
be.
been to one practice.
No. I'm talking about like his comfortability in Dallas. Like they're not gonna let that shit happen. And he's under the GOAT. You feel me? LeBron James. Like Bron is not gonna let him.
That's not the GOAT.
Do that lazy shit anymore. Be lazy on defense. Give up on that.
Nah, chill. That's gas.
Bron's not letting that happen.
Bro, Luka's still not going to play Luka defense. I promise you. He's not playing defense.
Luka's not playing defense on the Lakers.
No.
You're telling me he's going to
Watch
keep
it.
like the same shit he's doing right now, where he'll get
He might give a little more effort, but he's not.
That's a lick of defense, though.
No.
That's a lick of defense, though.
No.
Nah?
He's not playing defense.
So, like, one thing I'm thinking about it, and in my opinion, I feel like Dallas fans are overreacting to the trade.
100%.
There's fans talking about they're not going to be fans anymore. They're done watching the sport. They're acting like they just got a
They're acting like they
Whiteside.
just got eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah, like you guys got a very MVP caliber player. Yes, his downfall is the injuries. He can't stay on the court much. But his past 2 years, he's been relatively
He's still
healthy.
going to give you 25 and 10.
And he's a piece
At
they
least.
need. It's not like another point guard or it's not a wing. Like they needed
Their
the
bigs
center.
don't score.
Their bigs cannot score.
They only score off of the lob or like post game.
And their bigs are normal fives, like regular fives.
Yeah, like a true 5.
So you could slide AD at 4, and you're not really changing the characteristic of your team.
Yeah.
So
I actually, why I said that they're win now and they won it right now.
Yeah.
Is you got Kyrie at the 1, you got Clay at the 2, you got PJ at the 3, AD at the 4, and Gafford at the 5, and they just traded for Caleb Martin.
Do you think that team right now would have gave us more trouble in the finals? The current Mavs team with AD on it would have gave us more trouble as the Celtics fan in the finals.
I think it could have, because we were so honed in on Luka.
Yeah.
Everyone was honed in on Luka.
And Kyrie wasn't really doing nothing crazy.
Kyrie was getting the leftovers. Like every possession was get the ball out of Luka's hands, and if he has it, JB's pressing him from like 35.
Yeah.
And if they had AD, like, thing was they had no one to dump it to, and they had no shooters.
Yeah.
Like, AD can stretch it.
Yeah.
Like AD, so KP wasn't forced to play the perimeter game.
And on a hurt leg too. He had 2 bad wheels.
Yeah, so he wasn't forced to step outside the line and guard because their bigs can't score. Maybe on the pick and roll, but he never had to go outside the 3.
Yeah.
So when he was switched, I mean, he's 7'3". All he has to do is put his hand up. But like with AD, not only is he a post player, but he's a 3-point scorer.
And
like,
he has a little
like
handle to
that's
him.
not his top game, but But he can still shoot the ball.
Yeah, and he has some handle to him. I mean, he used to play guard in high school. He has handle to him.
And they, I mean, not that Clay's putting up like numbers like that, but they didn't have any 3-point scoring other than like Kyrie and Luka. But you know, our defense was honed in on both. Like those two weren't winning them a championship against our 5.
Yeah.
But now that they have Kai at the 1, Clay at the 2. I mean, Clay's not like the thing that they lack is playmaking. Mm-hmm. Kyrie's their only playmaker, like shot creator. PJ's not a shot creator. Clay's a catch and shoot. AD's like a post creator, but
he can create his own shot though. It's not as flashy, but he can create his own shot.
But that's the difference between this year and last year with Dallas. Mm-hmm. Last year they had somewhat of playmaking with Kyrie and Luka.
So how deep in the mud do you think they would have brought us? How many games?
I mean, I think they would have taken us 6 max. Mm-hmm. We might still squeak out in 5.
Yeah.
Well, not squeak out, but you know, I think we still make it out in 5.
Yeah. Well, that was just a major trade, bro. We've all, as every NBA fan could say, like, if you're not an NBA fan, an NFL fan, a reference I can give you that I seen online that was somewhat similar was the Bills trading for Dak Prescott and switching for Josh Allen.
That's an awful trade.
You feel me? Like an older QB who really has never really proved nothing much. I feel like AD has proved more, to be honest. I mean, like his resume.
He's all NBA.
Yeah, his resume has said more.
Dak Prescott sucks. Yeah. Dak Prescott is a regular season quarterback. Yeah. He sucks.
Yeah.
Not that Josh Allen's won shit.
Yeah.
Neither of the quarterbacks have won shit. But
when Josh Allen's younger, he has a reason.
I'd take a Josh Allen any day of the week over Dak Prescott.
Yeah, 100%. Well, speaking of big trades, I mean, this is a hard one to kind of move off of because it's huge. But, you know, since I was a Spurs fan ever since I was 7, man. Nah, I'm capping out my ass.
At 7, bro, you was waiting on LeBron to play the fucking
the Spurs. No bullshit. I'm over there. I used to be a Bron fan. I'm still a Bron fan, but on the Heat.
You're a Bron fanatic.
But the Spurs acquired 3-team trade. Lots going on. Spurs acquired De'Aaron Fox. The Kings got Zach LaVine. And who's the third team involved? The Bulls, right?
No, the Jazz. You know Danny Ainge had a squeak in there. Wait, was it the Bulls?
Yeah, because that's where LaVine came from.
It was the Bulls. I'm tweaking. Who was in the Utah trade? Utah was with Luka. Mm-hmm. Danny Ainge had to squeeze out some picks.
Yeah.
His little fried ass.
I'm glad we made the move.
Wait. Hold on, because before we step off of that Luka trade, the other difference of this Mavs team, bro, Kyrie's on his medicine.
Yeah.
Yo, he's been so calm, so like such a vet of like not letting shit get to him. Like he found his peace. Like
where the fuck was that shit at in Boston? He's been on his good meds. Mark Cuban hooked him up.
Yeah, Mark Cuban hooked up the fucking pharmaceuticals, yo.
Yeah, he gave him that heavy indica pack. No cap.
He said, yo, Kai, just chill out, bro. It's your team now.
Vibe out.
Not that, you know, Mark was shocked like all of us. He was willing. Yo, he came out with a quote of when they asked him what he'd do to keep Luka in Dallas for his career. And he was like, I'll go sign the divorce papers right now. He was like, yo, if I can sign Luka, I'm going to divorce. I'm going to sign those papers right now. What do you think
his reaction was when he woke up out of bed on a Sunday morning?
I guaranteed he cried. Bro, but think of this. Mark Cuban was scouting that man since he was like 13.
In Europe, on Real Madrid, bro.
He's known about him since he was like 13. I mean, a lot of scouts.
We didn't hear about him, though.
I mean, he didn't break. I mean, because look at how many. Think about it. When he was 13, think about all the college players coming out here. Mm. Like, who's going to say, oh, this 13-year-old from Europe is going to turn into Luka?
Especially when he was 13, we didn't have many great international players like we do now.
Yeah, like
there were some, like some.
What year was Giannis? Giannis was 13. But that was baby Giannis.
Yeah, but we didn't have like the luxury of all these international players.
Jokic,
Giannis.
That's now. I mean, you had your international players throughout the years,
but they weren't carrying the face.
They weren't a Luka.
No, it was like Manu Ginobili, like the big key role players. When I think of international, I think of like Peja Stojakovic. I think of Manu. I think of Leandro Barbosa. I might be missing Sabonis' dad. Like
Tony Parker.
It was like nobody who could carry a team by themselves.
Yeah.
At least they haven't been put in that position. But now it's like, it's a few teams where their main guy is an international player.
That's for sure.
It's good to see the NBA growing in that aspect. More exposure.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Silver is doing his thing.
100%, bro.
Not to get like into what do you call it, conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Adam Silver had anything to do with this Luka trade?
Like having the power to veto it?
Not veto it, force it.
Fuck no.
You don't think so? Put it into conspiracy though.
Because you know what? That might be a crazy.
Bron's aging out.
Bron's aging out, and LA always needs that one star.
They need a star.
Bro, they started with Wilt Chamberlain. They traded for Wilt. When Wilt was coming out, they traded for Kareem. Of course, they always had their homegrown stars. When Kareem was on his way, Shaq. When Shaq.
No. Magic.
Magic was drafted there, though. That's what I'm saying.
You're saying bring them in.
Yeah, like they're always bringing in the big faces. And then after Shaq, who was it? Kobe was brought in there. And then Bron, like they're always bringing in the big faces. That's what they do. I mean, it's kind of weird to think of a century where LA or a generation where LA doesn't have a main star. Like that's their whole marketability.
That's what I'm saying. So like you have a small market team like Dallas that ain't shit happening in Dallas. Like they're not gonna think about it. Like the money that Dallas brings in to the NBA and just in general to the United States.
Yeah.
What does LA bring in for the United States? What does LA do for the league?
LA. Yo, that was a crazy conspiracy.
And you know how like the politics happen.
Yeah.
And everything. It's a conspiracy theory. It could have happened.
One thing too, where I think people are shitting on the executive Nico Harrison.
Nah, he's a bum.
I wouldn't say he's all the way a bum. Like looking at his resume, he's like comes from a military background. He was an executive at Nike. He made big deals like with a whole bunch of players. I think he had a deal with Kobe, like he bringing him in and stuff. I think the hate needs to be dialed down a little bit because when he first traded for that Kyrie, it was kind of like a lot of mixed signals. Not as much as now, but it was like, well,
what they give up for Kyrie?
A lot of picks. Dorian Finney-Smith, somebody else. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But it's like they gave up their future to win now, and it kind of paid off. Like he brought them to the finals the next year.
So, I wouldn't say him, but he was a part of it.
He's a big part of it, though. Like he definitely changed the dynamic of the team.
Yeah.
So like maybe give us some time. They did get Anthony Davis, so stop overreacting, Mavs fans. Y'all had one star. I mean, they did have Dirk. Maybe they're used to having that star.
Dirk was our international player.
Yeah, and that star. Yeah, that's a crazy pull. I wish how we didn't remember that. But they're probably so used to having the homegrown talent not leave, and then Nico coming in and switching up that whole thing kind of mess up with their culture. Like,
nah, but you can't trade a 25-year-old in his prime.
Yeah,
you can't trade Luka.
I'm just trying to somewhat validate what he was trying to.
I just wish that Luka played an ounce of defense and he wasn't fat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, you're looking at a $350 million contract coming up. Mm-hmm. Bro, you telling me you can't get in shape?